In the vast prehistoric world of the Jurassic period, one of the most awe-inspiring creatures stood tall above the rest. The Brachiosaurus, a massive herbivorous dinosaur, captivated the imagination of paleontologists and enthusiasts alike with its towering neck and enormous size, reaching lengths of up to 80 feet and standing at heights of nearly 40 feet. The Brachiosaurus was a true giant in its time. Unlike other dinosaurs, which often had more horizontal bodies, the Brachiosaurus body was built to reach towering heights, with long front legs that gave it an imposing, upright posture. This allowed it to feed on vegetation high up in trees, setting it apart from many of its herbivorous peers. But it wasn't just the Brachiosaurus' massive size that made it so special. It was a creature that had evolved perfectly for its environment, living in the lush, dense forests and humid wetlands of the Jurassic period. It wandered these territories with grace, foraging for food and avoiding predators thanks to its size and strength. Despite its gentle nature and herbivorous diet, the Brachiosaurus was far from defenseless. It was a living, breathing colossus capable of surviving in a world filled with other, more aggressive creatures. In this episode, we will explore the life and times of the Brachiosaurus, from its unique physical features to its place in the prehistoric food chain. We will dive into the fascinating world of this towering gentle giant. Join us as we uncover the secrets behind this incredible dinosaur's rise and its role in one of the most dynamic periods in Earth's history. The Brachiosaurus was not just a giant in size, but in influence, leaving behind an enduring legacy that we continue to study and admire today. The Brachiosaurus was truly an extraordinary creature, with features that made it stand out among other dinosaurs. Its long neck, which could reach up to 30 feet in length, was one of its most defining characteristics. Unlike many other dinosaurs that had shorter necks, the Brachiosaurus' neck was positioned high above its body, giving it an elevated and imposing silhouette. This adaptation allowed it to reach the tops of tall trees, feeding on leaves and branches that most herbivores could not access. This vertical reach made the Brachiosaurus one of the few dinosaurs capable of feeding on foliage from the highest parts of trees, such as conifers and cycads, which were abundant in the Jurassic forests. In terms of its body structure, the Brachiosaurus was built to support its massive size. It had sturdy, column-like legs that were perfectly adapted to support its enormous weight, which could reach as much as 80 tons. What made the Brachiosaurus different from other giant dinosaurs was that its front legs were longer than its hind legs. This created a more vertical posture, which was a key feature of its anatomy. This feature made the Brachiosaurus stand tall, allowing it to reach high vegetation without needing to stretch its neck horizontally. Its body was relatively short in comparison to its neck, giving it a unique body shape, with a relatively small head at the end of such a long neck. The Brachiosaurus' brain was proportionally smaller than some of its contemporaries, but this didn't hinder its survival. The Brachiosaurus' long neck allowed it to move easily through the trees, and its size made it a difficult target for predators like Allosaurus or smaller theropods. The sheer scale of the Brachiosaurus gave it an undeniable advantage in the Jurassic ecosystem, enabling it to thrive in an environment full of danger. Despite its large size, the Brachiosaurus was not a fast mover, but its design allowed it to dominate its ecological niche. With its massive body and towering neck, it fed on the abundant plant life of the Jurassic forests, remaining relatively undisturbed by smaller herbivores and predators that lacked the reach and strength it had developed over millions of years of evolution. Brachiosaurus, like many other giant herbivores of its time, likely lived a solitary life or in small groups. Its large size and the need to consume vast quantities of vegetation meant that it needed large territories to roam and forage for food. Unlike some of the more social dinosaurs, such as the herd-dwelling sauropods, Brachiosaurus didn't necessarily rely on group dynamics for protection or social interaction. However, evidence suggests that there may have been some level of social structure, particularly during mating seasons or when young Brachiosaurus were involved. The Brachiosaurus likely spent its days roaming vast forested areas, eating the leaves of tall trees. Its massive size made it less susceptible to attacks from most predators. And its ability to forage for food in the tallest reaches of trees made it highly efficient at securing the nutrition it needed to sustain its colossal body. The Brachiosaurus did not have many natural predators, but the larger, carnivorous dinosaurs such as Allosaurus may have posed a threat, particularly to younger or weaker individuals. Despite being a relatively peaceful herbivore, the Brachiosaurus had certain social behaviors that were likely important for its survival. During the breeding season, males may have engaged in territorial displays or combat with other males, using their massive size to assert dominance. While there is little direct evidence of group behavior, it is possible that Brachiosaurus formed loose aggregations during certain times of the year. These aggregations would have allowed for protection in numbers, as the sheer size and strength of the Brachiosaurus would have made it a formidable opponent to any predator attempting to challenge it. The lifestyle of Brachiosaurus was centered around constant feeding and careful navigation through its environment. It moved slowly and deliberately, carefully choosing its feeding grounds in the dense forests and wetlands of the Jurassic. Its lifestyle was relatively peaceful compared to that of carnivores, and it likely spent much of its time foraging and feeding, with limited interactions with other species. The lack of major predators for Brachiosaurus allowed it to focus on feeding and maintaining its massive frame, contributing to its long-lasting presence in the ecosystem. While the Brachiosaurus was one of the largest and most dominant herbivores of its time, it was not without its predators. The most significant threats came from large carnivorous dinosaurs, such as Allosaurus, which roamed the same landscape and could pose a danger to younger or weaker individuals. However, the sheer size of the Brachiosaurus made it a difficult target for most predators. Standing over 40 feet tall, the Brachiosaurus had an imposing presence that deterred many would-be attackers. The Brachiosaurus' primary defense mechanism lay in its size and the ability to reach vegetation that was out of reach for other herbivores. This gave it a distinct advantage in avoiding competition for food, but it also meant that it had little to fear from smaller predators. Larger carnivores would have to work hard to take down such a massive creature. And even then, it was no easy feat. Its size alone made it a formidable opponent to any predator that attempted to attack. The Brachiosaurus' long neck and height likely provided another form of defense, allowing it to survey the environment from a great distance. This elevated vantage point would have helped it spot predators from afar, giving it enough time to move to a safer location. Additionally, the Brachiosaurus' thick, muscular legs allowed it to move relatively quickly for its size, which could have aided in escaping from predators in certain situations. Despite its bulk, the Brachiosaurus was not an easy target, and its ability to reach the high branches of trees made it less likely to be targeted by carnivores that preferred ground-based prey. While the Brachiosaurus lacked the aggressive defense mechanisms seen in other dinosaurs, such as horns or tail clubs, its size and strength were more than enough to protect it from most threats. It was a creature built for survival in an environment full of dangers, relying on its towering height and massive frame to deter predators and maintain dominance in its ecosystem. The Brachiosaurus, like many other dinosaurs, met its end during the mass extinction event that occurred approximately 66 million years ago at the close of the Cretaceous period. A catastrophic asteroid impact caused massive environmental changes, leading to the extinction of roughly 75% of all species on Earth, including the mighty Brachiosaurus. This event, known as the Cretaceous Paleogene (KPG) extinction event, marked the end of the reign of the dinosaurs and the beginning of a new era dominated by mammals. The extinction of the Brachiosaurus was the result of these drastic environmental changes, which included shifts in climate, atmospheric composition, and food sources. These changes devastated the ecosystems in which the Brachiosaurus and other dinosaurs had thrived, leading to the eventual extinction of the species. The loss of the Brachiosaurus, along with many other large herbivores, marked the end of an era in Earth's history, with no creatures to rival its size and dominance. Despite its extinction, the legacy of the Brachiosaurus continues to live on through the study of fossils and the rich fossil record it left behind. Its massive size and unique physical traits provide valuable insights into the ecosystems of the Jurassic period and the dynamics of prehistoric life. The Brachiosaurus remains an iconic symbol of the age of the dinosaurs, representing the grandeur and diversity of life on Earth during that time. The fossils of Brachiosaurus continue to teach us about the planet's distant past, offering a glimpse into a time when giant creatures roamed the Earth. Its extinction, while tragic, opened the door for the evolution of new species and the rise of mammals, setting the stage for the future of life on Earth. The Brachiosaurus, though long gone, remains a testament to the remarkable creatures that once inhabited our planet.